All right, so just making this quick little video here about my experiences so far with the RevX chassis. I've got a Renegade 1200 4Tech, as you can see right there. I've bought it with 2,800 miles. I'm gonna ride here, 2,000 or 2,500 miles this year actually, and it's been nothing but a lot of fun so far. So I did install this phone mount here. It actually works pretty good. The phone fits right in there, and you're able to hook a portable charger up through here, route the cable through there, and hook it up and charge your phone. And tonight, it's middle March right now, and it's snowing out pretty good. And I'll stop on the trail here, and you can see we've got quite a bit of snow. If the lens will focus. It won't. Gotta love iPhones. So anyway, we do have a lot of snow, and I am riding tonight. And I'll kind of stop on the trail here a little bit, and I'm going to ride a little bit tomorrow too. But I'm going to stop on the trail and kind of go through and explain why I love this RevXS chassis so much, and go from there. But we're going to get saddled up here and ready to roll. So that 4-stroke RevXS chassis is just great in the corners. It's great over bumps. It's so damn comfortable, and it's if you're looking for a used sled, this is the way to go for sure. Sounds great too. This 1200 just sounds fantastic. Sounds really mean when you put it into sport. Got some fresh powder overnight, and thankfully I can ride from the house to work, so that is exciting. Just gonna start it up here and do a little cold start exhaust. I'll be on eco mode. You gotta get gas. Sled's got a nice rumble. All right, back to it. So where this machine really excels is off the trail. And I should say on the trail. You know, I've got some deep snow here. It's kind of crusty actually, so we're really not falling through. And like I said, I rode to my business, which is on the snowmobile trail. But anyway, where this sled excels is on the trail. And it's a 1200 4-tech. It's a 4-stroke motor. It's pretty heavy. I believe the dry weight of this is about 520 pounds. I could be off a little bit on that, but other than that, I mean, for a guy who weighs 150 pounds, this is the perfect trail machine. I have a 600 E-Tech as well in the Renegade trim, and that's by far better off the trail than it is than this sled here. But where this excels with that R-Motion suspension, if it's set up correctly, if you have it set up correctly for yourself and your riding style, this sled is definitely the best trail sled out there. And that long track, that 137-inch track, does allow you to go off the trail a little bit and have some fun and not have to totally worry about getting stuck, which I have gotten stuck plenty of times with this machine. But if you're just going off trail like this in a couple 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of snow, then you're more than okay. The machine isn't going to be laboring at all. If you get anything more than 8 inches, 9 inches, you're going to be laboring with this machine. But the R-Motion suspension is fantastic. This XS chassis is great with how they designed it to fit those 4-stroke motors in the front of the sled. And that rider-centric profile of the snowmobile really makes this a great trail sled. Easy to rip around the trails, easy to rip around the corners. And for somebody who weighs more than me, which most people do, you're going to really notice how this machine corners, and the available torque that comes with this motor here on this late model snowmobile is unbelievable. You can power through corners like no other, and still able to have a comfortable and controllable ride. And that's what I like about it a lot. I love the 3 modes for eco, sport, and standard mode. Basically get 3 different driving modes. It's almost like getting in my Mercedes-Benz car that I have with the different available modes, really, except the only thing you can't do with that is adjust the suspension. You have to do that manually. But otherwise, the machine has been great. I mean, I'm able to rip around trails so much faster than my 600 E-Tech on this machine that it's not even funny. I'm just so comfortable on this machine, how much it weighs. I don't mind the added weight. I love the added torque. The horsepower and torque really make up for the weight of this machine. And for somebody heavier, they may not notice it as much. For somebody lighter, yes, I notice a big difference between this and my 600 E-Tech that I have in that Renegade trim. So it's a beautiful machine. I just love it. I love it how I can rip around trails. I love it how I'm controlled on trails. I love how I can go off the trail a little bit like this and go through, you know, no problem. Where I did run into some issues, we had about 15 to 18 inches of snow here recently, and we were on trail with that where they weren't groomed and I was breaking trail, and I did run into some issues. No issues overheating or anything, but just issues trying to get through the trail. So clearly this sled is not made for that, but it was fun to do anyway. Other than that, you know, my only real complaint is the windshield. I wish it was a little bit taller, but I can buy that myself. So far so good on this basically season-long review of the sled, and I can't wait to get my hands on another one. I truly can't. I just love these machines, love how the suspension is set up, and truth be told, this is the adrenaline trim. It's perfect for me. I'm not looking to get into an enduro or an X trim. I just don't need that. And frankly, it's a lot more money for those added accessories that for the average trail rider like myself, I'm not going to notice. I'm not going to notice a huge difference with different R motion suspensions and whatnot. So I'm not worried about it. I'll stick with this. I'll ride it forever and keep making reviews about it.